Ooh, hey guys, welcome back to the garden. Starting on not such a beautiful view, but listen, it shows progress. Look at it. All of these lawn bags filled with cuttings from roses, pruning and cutting back the plants. I spent maybe 3 days back and forth in the garden trying to get it done. And as difficult as it was, it's good to have gotten it done. Can I tell you? It was a hard job this spring. Felt like something that I would not have been able to do. But let's get down here. How you guys doing? Let me come in the shade. Ooh, let me sit right here and talk to you for a second. I have something I can sit on too. Hold on. I got me some more lawn bags, right? Lots of lawn bags. Man. So I'm happy to say, ouch, I'm very proud to say, sorry. Proud and happy to say that I got all of, stop it, every last rose in the garden. Okay, I lied. I just see one that I haven't touched yet. Man. Okay, almost every rose in the garden has been pruned, right? All of the shrubs have been pruned. I have not yet tackled the climbers, which is one that I'm sitting right beside right now. This is, all right, people, we're having a day. Give me a second. I'm going to tell you who she is. Mm-hmm. It's that sort of a day. It's that pink rose, that pink climbing rose that we all like. Eden. This is Eden climbing rose. She needs to be pruned and taken care of as well. All right, yeah, so this is Eden. So we're going to be working on the climbing roses today in terms of pruning them back, right? These two are going to be easy. There's Eden back here, and there's Florentina behind you. The one that just caught my eye is Cloud 10 in the corner at the very end of the garden. Hmm. And then we have the beast of a beautiful rose, which is Crown Princess Margarita, that desperately needs to be trained. I hereby admit that, hello, I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to training a rose. Hey, you got to own it, right? I'm owning it. But the roses are healthy. We're going to do the best that we can in terms of getting them tied up. If not even tied up, then at least pruned back so that they will be able to bloom and grow healthily for the season. All right, so um, lots to do. I'll take you in so that you can take a look at Eden. Guess what? Can I tell you something? So we had a really comfortable, two weeks of really comfortable-ish kind of weather, right? Lots of rain, but with the rain we had higher temperatures. So of course, you know what happened? The roses woke up. The roses woke up and started leafing out. The dapple willows started to say hello and do their thing. And then guess what Mother Nature did? How'd you know? How'd you know? Listen to me. We were at 64 degrees on Sunday at about 2 o'clock. We were at 64 degrees. And I kid you not, within 2 hours, 2 hours, we went from 64 all the way down, skydiving down, people, all the way down to 34 degrees in 2 hours. That was a 30-degree drop. And then, of course, it just kept dropping from there, and we hit the lows in the teens. And then our high for the 2 days that followed were in the 20s. And then yesterday we played around a bit at 31, but we never got above freezing. So, of course, you know what that did, right? It fried all of the new growth on all of the plants. Poor babies, right? But it's all right. They'll push out new growth for us. Yeah. There was really nothing I could do to protect the roses. I did try to help out the hydrangeas, the mop heads that I've got in the garden. I covered a few of them, well, all of them. And to be honest with you, I don't think it really helped, right? Because they were freezing for just way too long. But the plants are still alive. Whatever growth they had pushed out got frozen, and they're going to just have to do the whole growing thing again. All right, so let me get up. I'm resting here talking to you because let me tell you, that was a lot of work. Look at me, lots of work, people. But all right, I'm going to stand up now, I promise, and we are going to get to start training and cutting back Eden, Florentina. We may get to Cloud 10, and then there is another rose. There's a rose that I need to move in the garden. As I keep moving roses, right? There's a beautiful golden celebration that we have planted behind the pink rose that we're not 100% sure who she is. I'm thinking it's Gertrude Jekyll. But we're going to remove that golden celebration because she's going right at the fence and always sends her beautiful lush canes over to my neighbor's garden, which can be a little bit intrusive on my part, right? Because here I am. And when I'm gardening, my garden or my joy isn't supposed to bring you frowns or unhappiness. So I'm going to try to remove that rose from there to prevent the canes from going over. And we will probably put her into a container. Right, but we'll talk about that more when we get there, if we get that far today. Right, I'm going to stand up now, I promise. Whew. All right, let's stand up and let's take a close look at Eden. And I'll talk to you about what I want to do. And then we're just going to go ahead and do it, people. Just do it. All right. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, here we are, guys. Got my bag ready. And we are just going to start by... This rose luckily does not have a lot of dead, diseased, or dying that I can see on it right now. She's got a lot of frozen, deep, but a lot of that she can rebound from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the laterals, just cutting those back a bit, work my way around the rose, and then I'll show you what she looks like once I'm all done. All right. Let us do a snip, snip, snip. We're snipping unafraid, people. I don't know if you'd ask yourself or you'd want to ask me, Naomi, if you have no idea how to train a climbing rose, why do you have them? Let me tell you, because they're beautiful, right? I love them. I love the idea of them. And every year I try to do a little better, learn a little bit more, right? I don't know if you can see this cane. This cane is beautiful. It's upright and it's so straight, right? I should have bent this one earlier this season because now I don't know if she'll allow me to bend it. All right, let's keep taking her down slowly and see what she does. All right, and she made it nicely. Good job, Mama. All right, I just have to tie you in somehow. You are so beautiful. You're going to give me some beautiful flowers on this cane. Can you tell, guys? She's going to push up the most beautiful laterals on this one. And she is going to flower true to her name, right? Eden. All right, at this point, I could use an extra set of hands, but that's all right. We got her to bend, which is good. Now with climbing roses, in terms of those canes, when you're bending them, a 90-degree angle is, I'm told, is what we are aiming for. Right? And I think this is as 90 degrees as we're going to get right now. This is as close to 90 as we're going to get, people. There you go. I have her in place. I'm going to get this cane secured and then I'll show you what I did. So that's the cane right there that I was trying to train. And I pulled her all the way across the fence. Right, so we've got a nice healthy cane there. I'm going to do, I just did one zip tie so far. It's right here. I'm going to try to do another, just a very loose tie right here so that I have not all the weight pulling on just one cane. Don't know if I explained that properly. All right, but that looks good, right? Can you imagine if this cane that the first one that I spoke to you about that's turned white, if that cane just had a bit more energy in it for this year, then we'd have nice blooms going that way. Let me turn so you can see it. You see that nice little, ooh, that way. That would have been so cool, right? It's all good though. It's all good. Let me keep going. All right, guys, look. Okay, so we've got those two roses trained in. I'm going to go and show you them in a minute. I'm going to wait for the direction of the sun to change so that you get a better view. But right here, I'm standing in front of the rose that we want to move. This is Golden Celebration at the very back. He has been here for about 3 years, so he's an established rose. Somehow, this little baby settled in and has owned the space. The reason why I think I have to remove him is because during the growing season, he tends to grow like a climber. You see how low I have him cut back right now? I kid you not, by the time he blooms in May, he will have canes taller than 5 feet, 6 feet, and then he pushes them through the fence, which would be fine, but it's a bit, I think, not a comfortable experience for my neighbors with these having to navigate the thorns. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove him from this spot, put him in a container. Um, Fingers crossed he's going to settle in and not be too upset with me moving him. This is going to be the first time that I have moved what I would consider to be an established rose. I normally move them after a year or a season or two. This is the first time I'm moving somebody who's been settled in the space for a while. Fingers crossed that he will tolerate the move. Again, we're still in that late winter, early spring time frame where the roses are still semi dormant, right? So hopefully he'll not be too upset with me. Um, But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and make the move. You guys know the container mix I always use, my usual topsoil, perlite. No, not perlite. I don't like perlite. Topsoil, peat moss, um, cow manure, earthworm castings, and into one of our beautiful 22-inch containers. And green thumb love and energy, fingers crossed that I'll be able to make this transition smooth for him. All right. Okay, setting the camera up. We're going to do this really fast, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. All right, look at this, all done. So this is Golden Celebration. Again, a 3-year old rose transplanted from the ground. I have put her in a container. Fingers crossed, green thumb love and energy out to this transplant, right? It's the first time, again, as mentioned, that I'm moving a rose that is moving an established rose, right? A rose that has been in the ground for so long. And no fertilizer right now because we wanted to just settle in and push down those roots. Let me think for a second. I did water her in completely, 2 gallons of water. You saw it or you're seeing it draining now. So we know that the container is draining, which is beautiful. From here, we are going to be, it's still early, late winter, right? Getting into, well, hey, spring is officially 2 days or 3 days away, right? So let's say it's early spring. Hopefully, our baby is just going to settle in, settle down, and just love the space, own the space, and grow for us. That'll be awesome. All right. Okay, let me show you the roses that we trained. Take you up to them really quick. The garden is coming alive, guys. Little by little, bit by bit. Forgive the glare and my finger trying to block the glare. All right. First one that we're looking at is Eden. Okay. This is what she looks like after we've spent some time with her. We were able to train this long cane. We slowly played with it and brought it back in that direction. The opposite cane right here, the white, the one that's white that I'm thinking I need to remove at least half of it. We've left it in for now, because we can always remove that later on. And I have trained a secondary, what was this, lateral, where she was, just right here. So I'm hoping that this one will show life and energy. And if we have to remove this older cane, this one will take its place. Okay. Cleaned her out again. This that you're seeing, the roses had broken dormancy because we had a really nice 2 weeks of stretch of good weather, and followed by 2 days of a beautiful deep freeze. So it fried my roses. Hopefully, though, they're going to rebound. This is my first time experiencing this sort of an impact on the roses in spring. So let's see what happens. And let me show you Florentina. Okay. A bit more cutback to do, but we're making it, people. We're doing it. All right. Sorry about the glare. Oh, I almost left my loppers. Good thing we came back in this direction. All right, so this is Florentina. All of her main canes, I think I have tied them in. Right, they are going both to the right and the left, so she's trained in the same fan sort of a shape. With her, I did leave a lot of energy in the middle, so she's got a lot of canes in the middle that she can flower from. So hopefully this year we're going to have a nice full rounded display from her when she's in bloom. Okay, I pull back. Give me just a second, turn it around to make my way out of this bed. And I'll show you her again. Yeah. And there she is. That is Florentina. All right. And that is it. Yeah. What do you think? I think we did something, people. May not be perfect, but she is going to be so beautiful. They are going to bloom so beautifully this season, right? Bring some love and energy out to my babies. All right. So let's go ahead and wrap it up here for another beautiful day in the garden. As always, you guys are what? Yes, you know what? You are awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.